Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we've got a team that's been great at defending the pass. The Dolphins are top 10 at defending the pass, and they'll be going up against the Lions, who will need to solve that secondary.
Larry, we could have been assigned to December games in Buffalo, Pittsburgh, Cleveland. Instead, we get the plum assignment here in sunny Miami, Florida. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Miami Dolphins. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Gun! Here we go. Green, gun! Switch.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. 319.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. A well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. On play action, they'll throw. He sets to fire deep. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he is knocked down from the side at the 19. Always got some breathing room. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chain. remains.
To the ball. We got a runner. Hey. We got 4.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll look to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Forced out to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now. Back to throw here. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Detroit!
They'll drop the throw. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
We got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go. Leopard! Switch. Set!
On 3rd down, it's Waters. And he'll be knocked down sideways near the 48-yard line. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
Slot man moves right. Now on 1st touchdown. He'll drop to throw it. And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Jarrad Davis not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
All right, here we go. Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Leopard! Leopard!
Looking to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, no, I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount.
And a loose football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock.
Touchdown, Detroit! A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Dolphins in possession of the football. And they've got it here with a first down. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now a handoff as they run left side. They find some open field here. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Back to throw now on first down. And throw right side complete to Parker. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Now back to throw. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Bass. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26.
Now that was well defended. And as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Now let's go.
The slot man in motion right. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. On now the Miami field goal unit. From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So it goes down as an 8-play drive, and they cap it with the field goal.
Yeah, they were able to pick up a few first downs along the way, but they couldn't keep the momentum going all the way into the end zone.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And his throw is incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And that's a big collision. He's knocked backward as they will mark him down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Watch him now, Barney. No, check, Patriot.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this is incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion.
No, check, Patriot.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. And Detroit getting set to go now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And here's Marshall. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Paul. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Fresh set of downs here. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought. brought down. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now they'll run it on the toss. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let him outside.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. Through an opening, and there he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the field position doesn't get much better than this. They'll have it 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it. You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
2nd down here after the incomplete pass.
Here we go. Green, 39.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Over. Watch it now, Barney.
Time running out here on the play clock. Back to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
This offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. The play clock's running down. Slot man moves right. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Now he'll escape to his left. And the Miami Dolphins are into the end zone. And maybe there that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts, passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 40. That is now 7. Interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, 1st down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
Now they'll run it on the toss. He's got room to run past the 20. A big play there for Detroit. 42 yards. Trailing here in the 3rd, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
Now Brissett to back up his first throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to him.
And now loose football, fumble. Martin lost it. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
All right, here we go. Detroit!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
What has not been the best game for him but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right. Hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Let's go! Detroit! Detroit!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
Let's go! No, check!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And Detroit getting set to go now. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. On 3rd down, that's Marshall. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
They'll try to throw now. Brissett. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be marked down deep into Miami territory. It's a big play there for the Lions. 65 yards. Checking things elsewhere. 3rd quarter now from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. That one has really opened up. The Vikings have just scored again. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. This is Marshall, and heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run with Marshall. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. Back now in Miami. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. The Lions on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, here's Bissett. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Checking things elsewhere. Third quarter now from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And not much trouble in that game for the Vikings. They've opened their lead further. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I guess they're thinking their hands were tied, but in the fourth quarter, that field goal, it really might not help them much at all.
Yeah, I mean, you still need a touchdown. Another field goal does you no good, so it'll be interesting to see what the media reaction is if the score stays where it is.
Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free.
Now let's go.
The slot man in motion right. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. On the move to his left, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Taco Charlton, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. The Dolphins on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They'll set up to throw, and he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure it out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Second down now after the incompletion. And they give this time to the tailback. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
That's complete to Meredith. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. That one goes for 24 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down. That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Brissett going to throw deep for the end zone. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Brissett again. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. All right, so this one's now back within a field goal. And if anybody tells you they see how this one's going to end, I'd have to say they're probably lying, Charles.
And this game's had more twists and turns than a good mystery novel. And I have a feeling we've got a few more twists and turns in store for us before they shake hands here.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now a handoff looking right. And he's got room. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And the movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly. but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now look at 56.
Now they try the right side here. 20. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Now the try here for the point after. And with that, the lead is up to 8. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Lions now. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now a play fake here on first down. Going up top. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for Detroit. 61 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a Turkey Bowl, a Thanksgiving Day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. That's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching, and there's another first down run right there.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They come up in an offset eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go. So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
Checking the NFL scoreboard there in the 4th now in Minneapolis. And not much trouble in that game for the Vikings. They've opened their lead further. If they indeed win, it would be win number 9 on the season.
Here we go! Ohio! Ohio! Check 26, check 26.
Now whistles and a timeout signaled here by the offense, and that's their first of this second half. So now here come the Lions up to go for 2.
Watch that in. Watch that in. That is right. Flex right. Here we go. Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
They'll try and run it in. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So now here come the Dolphins. They have the football. They're looking good, but the lead is just 2. So any mistake in a field goal can beat you. They got to be careful.
And that's where it gets difficult because you don't want that to leak into your thinking. You want to play like, hey, we've got the advantage. We can close this out. Don't play from fear, and they can win this game.
See if they can play fear-free and hang on. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now a handoff looking right. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here at 2nd and 12. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue landing.
Slot man moves right.
Now check, Patriots, Patriots.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. The slot man in motion right.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney!
He'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
And you've got guys who can flat out run. Sometimes all you say in the huddle is go. They ran the fly route, took the shot downfield, just unable to connect.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. They're going to look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jarrett Davis in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Miami, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Detroit, the season is beyond salvage now as they fall to 2-10. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins are winners here as we say so long from South Florida.